Hey, it's James here from GoodGuitarist.com with another weekly Q&A session. This week's question comes from Donald. I'm trying to learn the guitar solo in thinking out loud from your tutorial. There's a lot of hammer-ons and I can't get any of them to work. What's going wrong? All right, so Donald wants to know about hammer-ons, and this is one of the first things it's one of the first embellishments that people usually learn. You know, we're strumming chords, maybe learn bar chords, maybe not, and all of a sudden there's a hammer-on in a song somewhere, like, you know. And I think where a lot of people go wrong is they don't take the hammer part of hammer-on seriously. You know, you really are supposed to like hammer onto the note, like, you know, not just lightly trying to press it. You're not going to get any tone out of it. Now, to get that, I have one really weird thing we can do that totally works. Like, you know, this is what I do anytime someone has a problem with hammer-ons and they go from like 1 out of 10 to like 9 out of 10, pretty much right away. What we're gonna do is take our guitar and put it backwards. I know this seems kind of weird. We're gonna put our guitar backwards. You know, we wanna get our thumb in a good spot in the middle of the neck. You know, we pretend that we're playing guitar normally. And you can see there that my thumb and my finger are on opposite ends. I'm kind of just pinching them together like that, except the guitar is in the way. So I'm pinching them with the guitar in the way. Now what you want to do is you want to poke the tip of your finger into the pad of your thumb. So you're doing this motion. You know, you're poking the tip of your finger into the pad of your thumb, but the guitar is in the way. And you want to make a knocking sound. That's the real trick to it, is if you're not getting a knocking sound, that just shows that you're not hammering. You know, and that's the biggest thing, is you have to do a hammer-on. And you just hammer into the middle of your thumb over and over again. Get a good knocking sound. That's what I would do to warm up. Then you put your guitar over, pick a note. Let's do the D string at the 7th fret. That one rings out pretty clearly. And then we just hammer onto it over and over again. Don't worry if your guitar starts making excess noises. You can always get rid of that. You know, what we're trying to do here is just build up that power. And if your hammer-ons aren't working, it's just because you're not hammering onto the thing. So that's how we would hammer with our first finger. Let's figure out how we'd do it with another finger. Let's use the middle one. So now, when I grab the guitar and I put my fingers down, my thumb is actually between them. You know, it's not behind the first finger, it's not behind the second finger, it's between them. And that way everything's balanced. And then, you know, you leave this finger down and you hammer with your middle finger and you try to get the sound with that finger. Then we can go with our third finger. And once again, my thumb is between them. So it's actually behind the middle finger because that's the center of it. This one's on that side, this one's on that side. I leave this finger down and I make that hammering sound with my third finger. So first finger, second finger, third finger. You could even go onto your fourth finger. That's gonna be tough, but it's totally worth it. In the long run, you do want a very strong fourth finger, and this is a great exercise for that. You know, so let's apply that to the actual notes on the guitar. I'm gonna go from the 5th fret to the 7th fret on the D string. So I pluck the 5th fret and then I hammer to the 7th. So I'm just plucking on this one, then hammer, pluck, hammer. You could go from 5th to 6th to work out your middle finger. You know, and if it stops working, go back to this and get that knocking sound. And, you know, after a while of just building up the strength and then doing this to build up the accuracy, your hammer-ons are going to sound great. And remember, when you're doing it with any other finger aside from your first, leave your first finger down, because that's what you're going to actually end up doing when you're really playing. You know, hammer, hammer on. Anyways, I hope this helps everybody who needs help with getting their hammer-ons to work. You know, if you're past the basic chords, you're getting into bar chords and stuff, it is a good idea to start building up some finger strength, and hammer-ons are a great way to do that. You find them in a ton of songs all over the place. Even if you don't want to play lead guitar, you're going to use them to do all these cool like tricks and embellishments, you know. You know, even if you just want to be a strummer, you still might find a use for it. Anyways, I hope this was helpful to anybody that needs help with their hammer-ons. And if you have a question that you need answered, you can leave me a comment down below, or you can email me directly, community@goodguitarist.com, and maybe I'll be answering your question next week. All right.